So the Skunk and Anansie tour has ended. We are back all in one piece, just about. We've been everywhere across mainland Europe and also a UK tour as well, from small clubs to giant festivals, from supports to headlining as well. So all different types of shows, and I've been using the pedals throughout. They've been amazing, and I'm going to now tell you what I found out about them and how they fared on the road. So let's talk about the Mary Cries, okay? It's a compressor. It doesn't have much on it. It's got two knobs, which is compression and output gain, okay? So for me, obviously, I love these kind of pedals. I like things with the least amount of knobs on them because they just do what they're supposed to do. I would use it in different ways. Well, with the compressor, if I was playing the clean guitar in a studio, I would use more of the compressor side of it and turn that up so my picking would pop out more, okay? At the moment, I'm on a distorted guitar sound, and I'm going to use it in the way where it's used almost as an overdrive, okay? So I'm pushing it with the output gain, the amp, so that's where I'm driving from, but I'm adding compression to make it more exciting, so it's going to squish the guitar in a little bit, okay? So at the moment I've got it set with compression right down the middle, and I've got output gain right down the middle as well, okay? So this is the guitar sound. And then if I turn it on, so you can see straight away, it doesn't change the sound of the guitar, but it makes the chords sustain longer and they're bigger for longer. So it's very, very rich. So I would say if you were a big fan of something like Free and Paul Kossoff, this is the kind of pedal that you would love, because that's the kind of thing he used to do. Have a really good guitar sound and sustain it every now and then for solos. But I like it in the fact that it's a driver. So let's have a listen to the normal sound of guitar and then with a bit of this on. So as I said, I don't lose the valve sound of the amp. It actually makes it a bit fatter, if anything, but it just gives me a bit more beef in the sound, okay? So this is without it. Now if I turn the output up, I should be able to kind of get more drive out of it and see how they sound. If I push it all the way to the top, so that's really good because you got drive, you got solos as well. Let's try pushing the compression all the way up, but have the output gain in the middle as well, okay? So let's have compression all the way to the top. See what happens now. Almost sounds like Rage Against the Machine, doesn't it? You can see on the pedal as well, it's got a light that's flashing that shows you how much it's compressing. So let's try it all the way to the top again and try some like guitar solo type of notes. There you go, you can kind of hear the neck sound as well when I'm playing on it. So for me, this compressor, I'd use it in certain ways. Clean guitars, I'd turn the compression up and I would squish them down so they sounded kind of like pretty constant in a run, you know. But for distorted guitars, I'd probably use the compression in the middle or down a little bit, but the output up to push the amp. So it just gives me a super fat sound. Wow, it's amazing. Listen to these chords, it just goes on forever. So for the Tour, I didn't actually end up using this pedal. One is because I said at the beginning there was no space left on my board, but I was using the horse meat for my drive sound. But under the microscope, when you hear the sound of this pedal, I mean, it's finely tuned ear, I think it sounds really rich and really fat. So if I'm recording guitars in the studio and I'm really looking for that sound, you know, that kind of proper stereo kind of sound, I think this is where it's going to come into its own, you know, compressing and driving an already fantastic sounding tube amp.